Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm David Mathis. Thank you guys for tuning back in. I really appreciate all you guys' support. If you guys are liking the content on the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. It really means a lot to me. So for today's topic, we are going to talk about diet breaks. Kind of a hot new topic in the fitness industry and just in general population as well. It's not really a new term, but it's kind of been studied a little bit more lately. So I want to talk a little bit about what it is, when you should use it, how you should go about implementing it, and things along those sorts. So let's first start off with what a diet break is. Well, we all know during the dieting process, it can be long, it can be tedious, you can hit plateaus, you can stall out, right? Diet breaks eliminate that. It gives you a chance to diet for a certain amount of time and then go back up to your maintenance calories. Now, obviously maintenance calories are going to change as you diet down due to the fact that your metabolic rate is slowing down, right? So what you used to maintain on before is not going to be your new maintenance as you drop body fat and drop weight. Diet breaks take you back up to what your kind of predicted maintenance is going to be at that time. So that's where working with a good coach or just doing some research on your own and understanding how the body works, taking good notes, figuring out your weights from day to day and kind of what calorie range you're sticking at to maintain and what you're sticking at to lose. So the effectiveness of diet breaks ultimately comes down to helping boost your metabolism back up, because as you diet, like I said, you're going to slow down a little bit. Your metabolism is not going to be firing quite as efficiently as it is when you're a little bit heavier, when you have a little bit more body fat, right? Your hormones are going to get kind of thrown off. Your ghrelin and your leptin, the ones that control your hunger. So you're going to feel more hungry, you're not going to feel full, things like that. Diet breaks give you a chance to kind of balance those things back out, right? Bring your calories back up to maintenance for a while. Let those physiological functions in your body kind of work themselves out, right? Another great component of diet breaks is that it gives you a mental break. So many times, I'm sure that if you've tried dieting for a while, you may have stalled out, or you may have just quit because you just can't stick to it. It's boring, right? You're eating low calories, you're low energy, you're not performing well in the gym, you're falling asleep at work or at school, you're not able to do some things with your family, your friends, your loved ones, things like that. And so people just kind of quit. Well, diet breaks give you a chance to kind of take a timeout when it comes to dieting and losing fat. It gives you a chance to come, like I said, back up to maintenance calories and kind of just hang out there for a while, restore your energy, not as well as your metabolism and your hormones and everything. And then by the time that diet break's over, you're ready to hit it again. You're ready to hit that fat loss phase for another round because you know that down the road you're going to get this little break again. See, we're humans, we're not robots, right? We need things to incentivize us and keep us going towards our goals. Now, a lot of people are self-motivated, they're intrinsically motivated. A lot of people need external motivation. But we all get to a point, and it can be that way for different people at different times, where we hit that breaking point where we just are like, can't do this, I need a break. This is where diet breaks come in, but they are a controlled diet break, right? This isn't a free-for-all, go off the wagon sort of thing. This is a very controlled process, and this is where if you hire a good coach that has education behind this, has some experience, they can help you navigate through this. Or if you're doing this on your own, you can watch videos like this. You can check out Dr. Layne Norton's book, Fat Loss Forever, or the Complete Contest Prep Guide. Also great resources and everything. But I want to talk about kind of the structure of diet breaks now, right? So there's a couple main ones that people are going off of right now that are being studied. That's the 2 and 2, which is where you diet for 2 weeks and then you take 2 weeks off of a diet where you come back up to the maintenance calories. Like I said, this is a controlled diet break. It's not a free-for-all. So that break, that 2 weeks break, is going to still have macros that you need to hit. And it's very important that you hit those because you don't want to gain a lot of excess weight during this diet break. The goal is to actually just kind of maintain you, right? Get your metabolism working again. Some people find they still drop during this. Don't expect that for you, okay? That's not the goal. The goal is to restore your health, your metabolism, and your hormones. If you do lose some weight during it, then great. But understand the purpose of each process, right? Diet breaks when you lose fat. This is when you're trying to bring your metabolism and your hormones back up during that break. Another popular one is the 3-in-1. Now, this is a little bit more advantageous for people that have a higher body fat percentage, right? Because you don't have a lot of those negative metabolic adaptations that are occurring when you drop down in body fat, where the 2-in-2 would come more in handy, right? If you're, say, a male between like 15 and 20% body fat, you probably don't need to be doing 2-week diet and 2-week diet break. Your metabolism just is not getting affected that much. So, but if you get down to, say, the 10% body fat range or below, this might be a little bit better of an option for you, a more frequent diet break, because your body fat is going to be so low that your metabolism is going to be adapting a lot quicker. So this kind of gives you a little bit more of a break and the ability to continue dieting, continue losing fat, not hit those plateaus, restore your hormones, but then also have that kind of light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing where okay, this is going to be a hard 2 weeks, but then I'm going to have 2 weeks of a diet break. That comes in handy more when you're dropping lower body fat. Like I said, with the 3-in-1, when you're a little bit heavier of a body fat, you don't have those kind of thoughts, those feelings, those physiological adaptations that are occurring when you drop down into the single digits. So that's a consideration. There's a lot of research still being done on diet breaks, guys. I think that this is the future of competing or for sustained fat loss for general population people. But you have to understand that, like everything in the fitness and nutrition industry, the realm that we live in, everything is very self-dependent, right? What works for one person might not work for you. Somebody might be 8% body fat and can't get away with a 2-in-2 diet break. Maybe you can, or maybe you're that person that can't. It's very important that you not only hire a good coach and work with somebody who understands this stuff, who has education, who's looked at the research and does this for a living, but it's also important that you educate yourself, right? Go out and get the materials, spend the time learning, read the research reviews, because you are your own scientist, right? You are your own researcher, your own coach. Sure, great coaches out there are going to be able to help you. But if you don't understand what's going on in your body, how you're feeling, and report that to them, then it's going to make things a lot more difficult. So if you're starting to get to that point in your diet where you're like, oh, I just can't keep going. I'm bored. I'm not losing any more weight. I'm frustrated. I have no energy levels, things like that. You might need to start looking into a diet break. Now, for men, like I said, probably 15, maybe 13 to 20% body fat range in there. You probably still get away with a 3-in-1. But as you get lower, as you approach that 10 or single digit level, the 2-in-2 might be a better option for you, depending on how long you have, right? If you don't have a specific time frame, say like you're not competing for a show, then you have the best of both worlds, right? You have the time, you have the resources to experiment, you have the ability to try things and see what works for you without the pressure of competing. If you're in a competition prep season and you have 10 weeks to go and you haven't experimented with a diet break yet, you might want to be a little bit more cautious. That's why experimenting with them towards the beginning is a lot better data that you're going to have moving forward. So everybody's independent. Everybody's body is going to work different. So understand that going into it. But do some research. Check out videos like mine, Dr. Lane Norton's, Holly Baxter's, many others on diet breaks to see not only how to set yours up, but whether or not it's right for you and what to expect and what you're going to experience along the way. So, like I said, 3-in-1, if you're a little bit higher of a body fat percentage and you still have a long way to go. 2-in-2, if you are lower in body fat percentage and maybe you're in a prep season, things like that, just to restore your hormones, get those regulated a little bit, keep your metabolism firing right, and keep you mentally into it. Because if you're not motivated, if you're not inspired, if you're not feeling like this is getting anywhere and you're not seeing results, then you're going to give up. And that's the worst thing. you're never going to accomplish your goals if you give up. So diet breaks might be the answer for you. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. Are you doing a diet break right now? Have you done a diet break in the past? Do you plan on doing a diet break in the future? If so, have you consulted with someone? Do you know what kind of format you're going to set it up in? Things like that. So for coaching, you can contact me at mathisfitness@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at mathisfitness. And just shoot me a DM, leave me some messages, let me know how your diet break's going, or if you need help setting yours up. Thank you guys. If you guys like the content, not only here or the other stuff that I've put out, please like, subscribe, and share. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll be catching you guys next time.